Hey guys, how's it going? So here's another video about federal ammunition. And if you remember about a week ago, I did a video talking about how I was still waiting for my order from late August, just like the rest of you. Things are slow right now. Kinda, sort of, no doubt, record-setting sales, all-time demand. I think a lot of us get that by now. But I said it was cool that Federal had sent out an email just letting me know that, hey, it's coming in. We're kind of new to selling online, growing pains, we're trying to figure it out. And I said, hey, I'm going to take their word for it and I'm going to patiently wait. Well, I had to let you guys know that I did get that Federal ammunition order. Almost. Not quite all of it, but I'll explain. It's cool. Don't worry about it. But we're going to go through the unboxing right now. But I ordered it on August 24th. And I received it just this last weekend. I think it was on the 26th. So that put it at right around a month. Longer than I wanted to wait in a way. But yet I was cool with it. Like, I wasn't worried at all, right? So there you go. Alright, so it comes in a box that says Federal, which is cool. Some of you guys have been a little worried about this because you're like, you know, maybe the delivery person or somebody walking down the street will know. But it is what it is. I can see where Federal would definitely want to advertise their name on their own packaging, but maybe they might want to hide it too. I don't know. They have to mark it as ammunition anyways, so I don't know if there's any such thing as a truly incognito box, just to be honest with you. Federal law requires that they mark it, just to let you guys know. But yeah, let's check it out. I had ordered 11 boxes of ammo, and you're going to see 6 of them today, with 5 of them being on an extended back order. So let's check it out. So I got 3 boxes of this American Eagle 147 grain 9mm. This is pretty cool. This is good for plinking or for subsonic use if you're into, you know, suppressing, whatnot. Some people kind of like a little bit heavier grain anyways. I also got 3 boxes of Federal's Punch. And this is in 38 Special plus P. A lot of you guys have been asking me about the Punch lately because this is their little bit more budget line, like cheaper than HST. And if you've been around the channel, you already know I'm a huge HST fan. That's what I personally carry in my 380 and my 9mm. Well, the Punch, I've been hearing good things about it, so I thought, well, I'll try some too. Now, we're missing 5 boxes, and that would be the 380. I had ordered 3 boxes of the 9, 3 boxes of the 38, and 5 boxes of the 380 Punch because I wanted a few boxes for the channel to, you know, show me shooting it and talk about it to you guys later on. But I also was going to try carrying it if I liked it. So I'll give you guys more info in just a minute why I didn't get the 380. But let's take a look at this 147 grain. And I'm going to touch base with you guys just in a second. I did talk to somebody from Federal and got a little bit of information to share with you. And by the way, guys, I'm buying this with my own money and from help from you guys. So the links are down in the description. And hey, you know what helps me the most? Is just to watch my videos and tell all your friends. And don't forget the thumbs up. Alright, so we've got 50 rounds. This is a brass case. Full metal jacket. Flat point. So this is called FMJ FP. A lot of the full metal jacket you're familiar with is what they call a round nose because it's rounded with a little bit of a point. But this is actually their flat point. Reason being, it's 147 grain and they can only make it so long or else it's going to have a hard time fitting into your magazines and could cause feeding issues. So little note on that if you're ever wondering why the extra heavy grains, usually they've got that flat nose on them. It just has to do with you're getting up there near the upper limits of 9. You know, they make them a little heavier than that, but certainly this is a little bit heavier than the standard caliber of 124 grain or the plinking caliber of 115 grain that a lot of people shoot. So 3 boxes of that. That'll be nice. I'll put this to good use in some videos here coming up soon. Now this Punch, personal defense. Again, this is kind of a little bit more of an economy. Before I forget, this was 20 bucks a box. This Punch, being a little cheaper than HST, I mean, no ammo's cheap right now, but I think Federal was still pretty fair with the prices. This Punch was 20 bucks a box for the 380. Or I'm sorry, for the 38 Special. The 380 that I didn't get yet was 16. So let's take a look at this. a buck around for self-defense ammo. If you look at retail, you know, maybe there was sales online cheaper in the past. I get that, but you're right at around retail here, so I don't really consider this to be marked up or gouging or whatever kind of words you guys would want to use. I think it's more than fair. So it comes in a plastic tray. I can see a little bit of the blue primer sealant there. That's a good thing. It looks like we have a sealed primer. The case is silver. It's a brass case, but it's a nickel-plated brass, which is nice. Makes it nice and slick for feeding, you know, less chance of binding in that magazine. Yeah, it looks like a pretty generous hollow point. A little bit more subdued skives. Now the skives are those little indentations, those little marks you see around the edges, than an HST. But yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. It looks like high quality ammunition to me just looking at it, which means practically nothing. That's why I'm definitely going to shoot it. But hey, first impressions of it look pretty good. And I've got a couple revolvers. I've got a Smith Model 10. I've got a Taurus Model 85, a Taurus Model 82. So let me know down in the comments which Taurus you'd like to see me shoot it out of, or if you'd like to see the Smith, or maybe all three. Couldn't afford to buy too much, but I've got 60 rounds here to play with. I can shoot some water jugs or whatnot for you guys. So there's the punch. Now, in the meantime, I had reached out to Federal via email and let them know that I wanted to do a story on their ammunition, and I had done several videos and just asked if there was anyone available to talk to me so I could have some information for my story. And there was a guy that was nice enough to call me back from Federal. Really cool dude. If you're watching, man, thanks for talking to me. And he said, hey, look, as far as Federal goes, they're working full production. They're working round the clock. They're really, really cranking out the ammo. So it's not that they're not making it, nothing like that. There's just literally record-setting demand. Now keep in mind, Federal's one of the only companies that's selling directly, you know, from their website. Also CCI and Spear, which are all part of the Vista Outdoors company. As you guys have probably noticed, your charge card receipt will say Vista Outdoors. That would be the conglomerate, if you will, that owns several companies, including Federal Premium. So yeah, they're running full-fledged. He said the guys are really hard at work, and he said some of the guys watch this channel. So for any of you working at Federal in Minnesota or elsewhere, we really appreciate what you guys are doing. We need you guys right now. So keep working as hard as you can. I hope Federal's paying you well, where you guys will have some time off when this dies down a little bit, and hopefully you guys can afford a bunch of ammo to shoot, because I know from what I hear, most of the Federal guys, you guys are fellow shooters yourselves and true Second Amendment lovers. So thanks a lot, Federal employees, if you're watching this video. I'm honored to have you guys watching. But yeah, I'm going to try this punch out. Now the 380. As much as there's a demand of 9, it appears right now 380 is even harder to get than that. So here's how this works, and I'm probably going to get something wrong a little bit here, but it goes something like this. Some of the main calibers that people are buying just constantly, right? 9mm, let's just say. They're making this year-round, constantly, because this is the world's caliber and has definitely become America's caliber in the last few years. And I've noticed myself, 380... it had a pretty, I mean, it's like a 100-year-old cartridge, but it was a big fad just about 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago. Seems like the last couple years with the advent of these new pocket 9s that are out. You know, you've got the little SIG 365, you've got the Hellcat, little guns like that. Many other good ones too. A lot of people are going to pocket 9s now. I don't think there's as many people buying 380 anymore. And because of that, they don't necessarily make it continuously, 100% year-round. So they might run 380 for a while, get their stockpile, their warehouse filled up where it needs to be, and then they can lay off of a little bit while they still keep on making the rounds, such as like 9mm that they're obviously just selling constantly. And this is before, you know, the plague, before the pandemic, all that. 9 was still selling constantly. So with them selling out instantly and depleting their stores, they're having a little bit of catching up to do with 380. So that's why I was notified that they shipped the rest of my order. So I ended up getting these 6 boxes, but the 5 boxes of 380 are unfortunately on an extended delay. And that just has to do with previous supply and demand versus this new supply and demand. And from what the guy at Federal told me, these are night and day differences. We're not talking like a little bit of increase in ammo sales, but like beyond what anyone could have ever imagined. But he said they're working hard, and the guys are enthusiastically working. They're putting in tons of hours, and they're really, really cranking out ammo. Not just for their online website, like I said, which they're kind of one of the few companies that do that, but they're stocking all of your dealers, your wholesalers, your distributors, your online shops, keep in mind military, law enforcement, etc. But no, guys, I know there's probably a lot more to this than we'll ever know, but no, Federal's not only selling to the military. They're not only selling to the police. The federal government didn't buy all of it from them. They're actually making this civilian ammo just for the rest of us. They're cranking it out. They're making it more than they've ever made it before. We're just buying that much of it, and that's why there's that much of the shortage. So the guy from Federal told me that, they really appreciate all of our business. They're cranking it out as fast as they can, and yes, they're still making and selling to civilians just like me and you. There's just way more people buying it than you might realize. So it's nothing to do with, the federal government came in and told them to stop making it, or no, the police didn't buy all of it. Those are separate contracts, and they have different divisions and different product lines that they sell them. For example, they might sell some, who knows, but for the most part, the United States military is going to use 124 grain NATO spec, not 147 grain flat point. So this was made from the ground up to be sold to, in this case, me, and if you bought some, to you. So don't worry about that too much, guys. Just wanted to put your mind at ease a little bit there. But yeah, Federal got the ammo to me. It took about a month. I'm cool with it. If you're new and you just bought a gun, I've had comments just today, and it's sad for me to read this. And if you guys were local, I'd help you. I've helped a lot of people around town here, but guys are saying I just bought a new gun and I've yet to be able to shoot it because I haven't been able to buy any ammo yet. Somebody has told me they sold their guns because there's no ammo to even shoot them, so why have them? It sucks. It really does, and you can get annoyed all you want, and I don't blame you. But just try to stay cool. Try to stay calm. They are still cranking the ammo out, and you'll be able to get it. So there you go. They're working really hard in Minnesota and in their other facilities, and my ammo did come through, so that's pretty cool. 60 rounds of this punch, and I'm curious. I know a lot of you guys are. I really want to know how this stuff performs. Smith Model 10, Taurus Model 82, or Taurus Model 85. Those are my choices. Hold on, I have a double-barrel Derringer I almost forgot about too that's also in 38 Special, so I'll throw that in as a wild card. Let me know, guys, down in the comments. And then 150 rounds of plinking, practice, whatever you want to call it. Full metal jacket. Flat point ammo. Alright, well there's my update. I have some other ammo coming from another manufacturer very soon, and I don't want to talk about it yet because I want to wait and see what the experience is to give you guys the whole story, but that seems pretty promising too. Well, they appear to be out of 9mm if you check right this second, and when you check they might be too, but I was also told by the person at Federal, and we talked about a week ago maybe or so. It was when this stuff was in transit. He said in the next 2 weeks they're planning on releasing a bunch more to their online site. So there you go. So when you're watching this video, this is the 30th right now of September 2020. Of course 2020. Ammo shortage 2020, right? Can't wait till this year is over, guys. Ugh. I digress. Maybe in the next week or so I really look. Now I had a viewer earlier today telling me they had 100 count boxes for like $40. By the time I got there it was sold out. So here's what's going to happen. They're going to keep on releasing this on their website. From what I understand, a large number of it's going to get released in the upcoming week. It's going to be there. It's probably going to sell out quicker than it gets released. So I'm not saying to sit there and hit refresh all day, but I found early mornings usually the best time to find it. The viewer that found it this morning emailed me at 7:45 a.m. This is Eastern time. So if you're on the West Coast, it might be really late at night. If you're on the East Coast, early morning, 5, 6, 7 a.m. seems to be the best time to find this stuff. So that's my best tip to you. It's going to be coming back in. It might be sold out when you check, but it's probably because they just sold that fast. All right, guys. I wish all of you the best of luck, and we'll get through this ammo shortage together. And all of you be safe out there, and hopefully some of you guys are having fun shooting. All right, thanks for watching, and have a good one.